Hi everyone, I'm Luis from LuisReview.com, here doing a little bit of a movie review. And the movie I'm going to be reviewing this today is The Last Duel, released this past Thursday here in Puerto Rico where I live. And I was attracted to the film. I saw the trailer, but I felt like the trailer didn't reveal that much. But it had Adam Driver and Matt Damon, which I love their movies. So I wanted to see it. I wanted to see the film, but I knew a little bit about it, whether it was based on a true story. I had no idea about the film in that sense. So I kind of went in the dark, as they say. But one of the things that I first surprised me was that it's a film directed by Ridley Scott. So when I saw his name on the screen, it was like, oh, I didn't know that. And that's great because he's a great director. So I'm going to be brief in this review. This is actually my third time recording this video review because I have problems with the other microphone that I have, so I'm trying to do it with the AirPods. So I'm going to be brief. It's hard repeating yourself when doing the third one, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So anyway, the plot of the film, basically, I want to be brief without spoiling. So basically, the film is about three main characters. You got John de Courrouge, Marguerite de Courrouge, which is his wife, and Jacques Legris, which is played by Adam Driver. John is played by Matt Damon, and Marguerite is Jodie Comer. Basically, those three characters. You got John and Jacques, which were good friends. They both served in combat for the king. Their relationship becomes estranged along the way. So there's a feud between them. And basically what happens is in a moment where John has to go to Paris, his wife is left alone. And she is tricked into letting this man into the house without knowing that Jacques Legris was hiding behind. He comes in and he rapes her. But she didn't stay quiet. She publicly accused him of the rape, and that's when the whole trial begins. And since no decision was reached, Matt Damon asked for the duel to let God decide who was telling the truth. But that's basically the little plot of the film. So what I thought about the film. First of all, I think the movie was very well directed by Ridley Scott, and I love the way it was structured because the film is structured in three chapters. And since I think the main hook of this film is who do you believe is telling the truth? That's what got me into the film. That's just me because what the film is. The first chapter is John's de Courrouge's perspective on all the events leading up to the rape. So we get to see how he viewed things. That's chapter one. Chapter two is Jacques Legris' perspective of what happened, of all the things that led to the event itself. And the third chapter is Marguerite de Courrouge's perspective of the events. And after we see her perspective, the movie flows on to the duel, to the trial, and all that. So I thought that was really interesting, the way they did it. And what I loved about it was that each perspective added layers to the story that you didn't see in the last one. And each character, and this is something I just realized, portray themselves with a moral higher ground than they were portrayed on the other's perspective. So what this created for me was that by the end of the film, and I won't say how it ends, I just didn't know who was really telling the truth. That to me that's how I left the theater. Because you can have Matt Damon, maybe she confessed that she had an affair, and in anger, because he hated Jacques Legris, forces her to confess that it was a rape. And that's just an example. So it's about that for me. It was about that. I thought the story was really interesting. The way it was directed, the scenes, the whole recreating Paris in the 1300s, which is when the movie is based. The duel at the end is amazing. It was really suspenseful, really gory, felt really real. And Adam Driver and Matt Damon really kind of felt tense. So they were able to portray that the tense in the relationship, the strain in the relationship, and anger that Matt Damon's character had by what he felt were injustice to him. So basically, that's how the story goes. Now, the other thing that the movie has is great performances. Adam Driver once again proves, to me at least, that he's one of the best actors. I mean, I've seen his films, and I'm always amazed by them. Even if the movie's bad, his performance is worth watching. So he's one of my favorite actors now, and he didn't disappoint in this one. And this character was not likable at all in many ways, but yet he was able to be charming enough in his performance that you don't hate the character. Obviously, despite what he did or what he supposedly did. But it was great in the performance. I mean, he's just a great actor. Matt Damon, I think Matt Damon, when he first started, I didn't like him that much. I'll be honest. I did like Good Will Hunting, but I've seen his last films. Stillwater was great, and this one, I loved his performance because he was really, I think he lost himself in the character's anger, in the character's frustrations, and he was able to really portray it all. He's a great performance also. Now Jodie Comer, now that was a surprise. I've never seen her in anything. I mean, I saw Star Wars. I saw that she played a small role in Star Wars, but I didn't notice or get to know her name or know her as an actress. So this was my first real film with her, and she was amazing. I mean, she had a lot of tough scenes to shoot, and she was able to really, that rape scene is really hard to see, and she really, she was truly amazing, displaying all the frustration, the emotion, being strong in her decision to say that she was raped. It was really a great performance, and it was all tastefully done. I mean, you nothing graphic, but yet powerful enough to compel the audience as to the horror of what was going on. But I did want to say that it was not really graphic, that scene, because normally those scenes are not easy to see, but it wasn't graphic, at least in my opinion. Those three main performances are just so great, and I think the whole cast was really good. Ben Affleck was really good. I mean, he had a strange little role as playing. He was Lord of some. Obviously, he was part of the high courts, and he was friend with Jacques Legree. Jacques Legree earned his favor, and he was really funny. I think he was the funny backbone of the film a little bit. So it's a great movie. I really enjoyed it. I think it was very, very well directed. It had a good story, based on true events, which makes it a little bit more interesting. And great performances all around. The movie is a little long, 2.5 hours, but I didn't feel it. I didn't mind it because of the way the film was structured. Kept me interested in it, and so I recommend it. I don't like rating films. I just thought it was a good, enjoyable film. And if you like this kind of film, period pieces, long, kind of interesting dramas, I think this one is a good movie. I think you'll enjoy it. So basically, that's the review. Thank you for watching. You can see more or read more in my page, www.luisreviewer.com. You can also follow me on Facebook, World of Entertainment. And see you on the next time.